But the one project on the list that is not doll related that I keep going back and forth on whether or not I'm ever going to actually do it. Did the decluttering part of my reinventing myself journey bring back my crochet? Probably not. Probably not. Like spoiler alert immediately. Probably not, because no, I still have not picked up my crochet hooks, but I have definitely been thinking about it. And it's mainly because I have been decluttering my craft closet. So my craft closet happens to be in my son's room, because before it was my son's room, it was my crafting room. And when it became my son's room, I just basically moved all the stuff in the closet, right? And one of the difficult things about doing that, or one of the things I hate about that, is that anytime I do get ready to do a craft, or anytime I'm like, oh, I know I have this, but I don't know exactly where it's at, it's probably in that closet. And like things just got just thrown in the closet. And I was like, girl, you gotta clean this up, because a lot of the stuff I'm probably never going to use and just need to get rid of. And a lot of the stuff I probably will use if I actually knew that I had it. But one of the things that happened is, as I was going through the stuff in the closet, I was reminded of all the projects that are on my never-ending crochet to-do list, because a lot of those things were purchased with different projects in mind. So in this video, we're going to talk about some of those projects on my never-ending crochet to-do list. Stay tuned. If you are a crafter, you probably have a list like this too, but we're going to talk about some of the things on this list and whether or not I really do think I'm ever going to get around to actually doing the thing on the list. Now, most of my crochet projects are doll related because I am a crochet doll designer. Now, prior to being a crochet doll designer, I pretty much crocheted pretty much anything. Like, I've made scarves, hats, blankets, baby booties, shawls, believe it or not. If I've just made a lot of different things, but when I started making dolls, the dolls kind of stuck, and I just kind of went all in with the dolls. And so again, a lot of the things on this list are doll related, but the one project on the list that is not doll related that I keep going back and forth on whether or not I'm ever going to actually do it, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm leaning towards you're probably never going to do that. But it involves two things that I actually really enjoy doing. The one being crochet, but the other being reading, right? And so I saw on Facebook and on TikTok a lot of people doing granny squares based on the cover of the book that they're reading. So they're like picking the colors from the cover of the book and then making a granny square to match that book. And the very first time I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so cool to do, because again, involves two things that I really enjoy doing: crochet and reading. Now, why do I say that I've pretty much nixed that idea? It's mainly because every time I think about doing it, it's like, oh wait, you got to go to your yarn stash to find the colors that would match the colors from the cover of the book. And every time I think about having to go through my yarn stash to find the yarn that would match, I'm just like, girl, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Because in my mind, it would just be easier to go to the store and just buy the yarn. But I should definitely go through my yarn stash and use the yarn in my yarn stash. So yeah, that's probably one that's not going to get done. I do leave it on my to-do list because every time I see a post about it, I'm just like, oh, that's so cool, and I probably should do that. But yeah, that's one of my non-doll crochet projects. Now, when we get into the doll projects, so of course we have the HBCU doll series, which I never finished. Boo. But one of the dolls that I absolutely wanted to do on that list, and it's really just me, girl, just pick up your crochet hooks and make the doll, because now this doll I do think about making often, but it was going to be a drum major doll, because if you know anything about HBCUs, one of you know, the things that they are very proud of is their marching bands. Baby, their marching bands are like legendary. Like they have whole, it's it's a real thing. And I was just, how cool would it be to make one of my HBCU dolls be a drum major? That is definitely one of the dolls that I'm just like, we're gonna do this. Like that was supposed to be the next doll in the HBCU series. I had already picked what school it was gonna be for and everything. And then I just never got around to doing it. And there was no reason for me not to do it other than I just, to when it's like crochet or do this, it's always do this. It's like crochet or wash the clothes. We're gonna wash the clothes. Crochet or now diamond paint. I prefer the diamond paint. Crochet or clock into your work from home job. I'm gonna clock into my work from home job. So it's like when given the option to crochet or do something else is winning 99 right now 100% of the time. And so I don't know what's gonna make me, maybe when I watch this video back to edit it, this might be the very thing to make me be like, girl, it ain't nothing else to do but pick up those crochet hooks, okay? Okay. So yeah, but that is one that if I did that doll in 2025, I would be so proud of myself because I would love to see that doll finish. Another doll that I would love to see done or is on the list is a revised version of one of the dolls from my book, My Pretty Brown Doll Crochet Patterns for a Doll That Looks Like It. So the schoolgirl doll, I want to do a revised version of her and do her from the head down where everything is attached. Like there are no, like the doll is made from the head down and it's just like a continuous doll. That has been a thought, like with one of my good doll making friends, Aniqua, because I think a lot of her designs are done that way. And we had talked about it and I was just like, oh, I've never like done one where you don't attach the head later on. This would be interesting to see how the doll would turn out. And so she, you know, she was like, oh, just pick one of your patterns and you would just like kind of do it in reverse. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So yeah, that's another one that is on the list that I would love to revise because technically I still cannot release any of the patterns from the book as individual patterns, but I was like, if I did this revised version, this would allow me to introduce it as an individual pattern. Like this is one of the reasons why y'all got the mini ballerina doll pattern, because I had to take the full size ballerina doll off of my website and off of Etsy because it was included in the book. And so I wasn't allowed to now sell it as an individual pattern. Not yet. At some point, I'll have the rights back from all the patterns in the book and I can release them any way that I want to. But right now, because the book is still published by my publishing company and they still own the rights to it. So, but I did want to do that revised version and be able to release that as a new pattern. Just again, it's just a matter of picking up my crochet hooks. Now, that one would probably, if that one didn't get done in 2025, like to me, it wouldn't be a huge deal only because I know what goes into pattern making and it's a lot. Like the constantly having to crochet, stop, write it down, take pictures and all of that stuff. It's a lot. And I just, when I think about all the things that would have to go into it to be able to have it as like a official pattern, it's just like, oh girl, yeah, that can wait. That can absolutely wait. Now the doll itself, I probably could make, but again, I don't want to go through that whole process of making it and not writing it down and having it available as a pattern. So yeah, that one is kind of low on the, are we going to really do this or not list? And it leans more to probably no time soon. Probably no time soon. Granny Square for the book covers, the Drum Major, and the Revised Schoolgirl. Those three were like the top, like the ones that kind of play in my head or I kind of think about often. And then, like I said, if I were to pick up my crochet hooks and actually do one, it would definitely be the drum major. So let me know, which one do you think I should do? Do you think I should go ahead and pick up my crochet hooks and do the drum major? Would you like to see the drum major this year? And I'm not even going to say whether the drum major was going to be male or female. I'm talking full drum major doll with the drum set, with the full uniform on, everything. And so I guess you would be able to take off the hat, and so you could tell if it was male or female, but you could go either way with it. You could, like, it for me, it was just going to be more about the drum major, not about the sex of the doll. And so, again, I'll probably watch this back and be like, girl, yes, go pick up your crochet hooks. But y'all let me know in the comments, what do you think I should, do you think I should do the book covers? Like, do y'all think that's a good idea? Because maybe, I mean, if you're trying to, what is it called? Bust your stash, yarn busting or stash busting. That's what it is. Stash. If you're trying to, you know, bust your stash, then that is probably a good project to start with, huh? But yeah, let me know in the comments. And also let me know what's on your crochet to-do list. Are there projects that you absolutely are going to do this year? Or are you just like, girl, this list is just a list that's never going to get done? All right, I will see you guys in the next video. As always, if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Click the buttons, like, comment, save, all of those things. It's much appreciated. Also, if you enjoy the video and you want to get me a cup of coffee, you can also buy Yolanda a virtual cup of coffee right here at this link. All right, you guys, see you on the next video. Bye.